Hello and welcome to GoTE Top 4 Xrd Commentary. I am Rye Valentine and I'm joined by my co-commentator, King Jobber.
It's good to be here.
Long-lasting commentary duo right here in Tampa. So with this, we're going to get right into it. We actually have our top 4 seeds fighting it out right now. So you have Prince Jobber versus C. Reed. Those are going to be your most longest standing champions between the two of them. It's either Kevin or it's going to be C. Reed. So Jam versus Raven. We also have Corey versus Fredo. So we have Green Duck 64 versus Fredo. TNS Fredo, you know him, you love him. So we're going to be going into that as well on our losers side.
So it's going to be a lot of good action here. GoTE for the kids, number 10. 10 years of this. And don't forget, you can donate right now to donorbox.org/4thekids. All this goes to paying for cancer research and supporting children's hospitals. So it's all for a good cause. You know, we're out here having a lot of fun playing games, but it's all for a good reason.
Yep, and we've been doing this officially for 10 years now. Our first year, we raised $426. This year, our 10th year, we're hoping to multiply that by 10 itself, and we're hoping to get to $4,260. So if you can help make this happen, we would be greatly appreciative.
Yeah, now let's get to these games, because, you know, this event, it's about supporting the kids, but it's also about putting on some good matches here with God's Gift, Guilty Gear Xrd Rev 2. There's our boys. We have Prince Jobber, my son, taught him everything he knows, up against C. Reed, probably the most dominant player we have here in Tampa on the Jam.
Yeah, and this is a matchup that you're going to see every year. You're used to it if you've been a previous watcher, but it never gets old if we're being completely honest. These two go back and forth. It is always really exciting. They are both very talented.
And right off the bat, you can see Prince Jobber immediately going for those long-range normals, trying to immediately set the pace of the match.
Yes, and in this matchup, it is very interesting because Jam has a lot of buttons that she can stagger out, right? She can get a lot of hits in her combos, but Raven has the highest guts in the game. He also has one of the highest stuns, so she can kind of mitigate the advantage and the disadvantage, but it is going to come down to an all-out brawl.
And that's what's happening right now. Brawl in the corner. A little bit of a delay just to see what C. Reed was going to do. Overhead's going to connect, but no follow-up.
Okay, navigating the neutral together, just going back and forth. You'll see a lot of sway because these characters have unusual movement options in particular.
Oh, ooh, nice. Able to bait out the dead angle. What a pickup there from Prince.
Yes, and you'll notice that Raven doesn't typically do a lot of damage, but he has a really consistent set play mechanic to make sure that Jam is locked down, and Prince Jobber is going to come away with round 1.
Yeah, not only it's great set play, but just incredible buttons as well. We haven't even seen the command grab really come out yet from Prince Jobber, right? He just wants to condition you with the strike, and then he'll slip in that throw.
Yeah, and when you have a multi-layered high-low mix-up coming at you off of every knockdown, the command grab can just be an afterthought that you can mix in later when they're least expecting it.
The main thought right now, though, for Prince Jobber is to block for his life, figure out a way that we can escape here from this corner. There it is, gets caught on the way down, though, and that's a massive pickup for C. Reed.
Yep, Raven not having much outside of a meteorless reversal is going to have to eat a lot of Jam's pressure the hard way, and C. Reed, absolutely dominant this round, is going to take it with a perfect right there. So we go to round 3.
That's good. This is what I like to see. These two are so evenly matched. Really, when it comes to C. Reed, the only person who seems to have his number is Prince Jobber.
And then it's going to change from day to day. Also, you'll see it swing wildly between these two, and as we have for years. So it is interesting to see, you know, who comes out on top at the end of the day in the actual regional event.
Also surprising, too, is the fact that I'm not sure how C. Reed, how much he's been practicing, but I do know Prince Jobber, no practice at all. He's been focusing on strides and just hopping in here, not missing a beat. There's that teleport with the forward dash into the knockdown.
He does play the game when you drag him out, too, but so does C. Reed. It's just because they've put in so many hours already that they're able to just pick it back up again. And we here see plenty of good, solid pressure from C. Reed right now. Prince Jobber down a burst. They're both flashing. It's very low health totals.
Uh-oh, but
one hit could be it.
Drop. Jumping up forward, trying to bait out the burst there from C. Reed, but not going to happen. Still down to the wire. Command grab is jumped.
Avoids both command grab attempts completely. Oh, that could be enough. It is. GGXrd takes game 1 versus Prince Jobber.
GGXrd looking incredibly strong. Also, I just want to, these cameras, they're spicy.
Incredible. Yeah, they're actually really good, which is super wild to me always.
Uh-oh, but here we go. GGXrd starting off strong in game number 2. With this being winners finals, it is going to be 3 out of 5. There's the dash with the teleport.
Yup, and basic Oki right now from Prince Jobber, but still that multi-layered high-low is nothing to mess around with. It is still very scary, even if it doesn't lead to a lot of damage, just the pressure of it all.
Talk about pressure, able to bait out the burst, not a lot of damage on it, but does secure the knockdown. There's the throw. Not going to be able to kill here, needs one more mix-up.
Yes, one more hit is going to do it for Prince Jobber. Gets his full charge blitz thrown right there. GGXrd looking and ready for it. Okay, not spinning the meter quite yet. Opts to use it for extra pressure. Gets thrown out of the dash, and then it's going to be round 1 of game 2 for Prince Jobber.
That's a really rare option to actually see from players, is throwing Jam out of her dash, right? Just of how quick it is. It's so much of a jump scare. Normally you see like a preemptive low to catch her.
There's a lot of people that just have the matchup experience and they know when to look for it. We haven't seen it much from GGXrd today, but even still, it feels like it's like home to us to fight Jam.
There's the counter hit, gets the tech out though. Ooh, and the 6H. What are we doing? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This is why you don't make your own hitbox, kids, at home. GGXrd's hitbox looks like it has had a bit of a malfunction there. You know what's crazy? That just happened to Red Ditto at EVO Japan.
That was because of the PS5 overheating.
Was it?
Yeah. It not only happened in Strive, I'm pretty sure it happened in Tekken and in Street Fighter.
Oh, that's
So,
interesting.
I don't know what they have on the stage currently. I am less likely to blame the players at this point if they have a PS5 on stage, simply because it has been known to overheat and just force controllers to disconnect.
So we'll see. It looks like they're going to play it out. Okay.
I think this is a gentleman's agreement to just continue to play it out right now.
I mean, these two have been playing each other for years, right?
Yeah.
So
less so going to blame an individual player and more so possibly just the nature of the beast.
oh, but there we go. GGXrd still staying hot.
Plenty of pressure, backs up, tries to give space, tries to bait out the armor stance, ends up being able to go back in really quickly. One more hit is going to be the difference. Oh, finds the instant overhead. J2K, such a dangerous button when you need one more hit or you do have the 50 meter.
Yeah, it's so incredibly nasty, coming out there in a big way for GGXrd, now on the verge of being up 2-0 here against Prince Jobber.
Okay. Standard Okazeme gets hit by the overhead, was probably looking for the empty low. Techs out with the JH, such a good button for Jam.
There's a little bit of a delayed tech too there, which is how he was able to catch Prince Jobber, but now pushing out. Defense has been pretty solid here so far for Jobber.
Wanted to maximize the amount of iframes that he could get out of the tech forward into the JH, because how fast JH is, you can't counter hit it. It just can't happen.
No, not at all. Oh, but I like that, going into the excitement stance. Once again to bait out the DP, but nice RC to keep yourself safe from GGXrd.
Yes, armors through the DP, keeps himself alive, is able to punish. And Prince Jobber, despite the, the gentleman's agreement to let the match rock, does come away with game 2. So going into game 3, we do have a possible game 5 scenario because we are playing 3 out of 5 for winners finals. We're reconnecting everything, making sure that everything adds up. But we do want to take a moment to thank you all for watching here at GoTE 4theKids 2025. Remember that you can donate if you wish to. Donorbox.org/4 we would be greatly appreciative of it, and we are going into game 3.
All the money that does get donated goes to children's hospitals and cancer research, so please check that out as we check out this next match. There's a nice pickup burst immediately from Prince Jobber.
And they like to play full screen from each other, not wanting to over-engage, doesn't want to overextend, because each of them knows how much they are momentum players, if you will. They can both run you over so quickly.
Well, Prince Jobber doing a good job utilizing that YRC and baiting out the burst there, but I love the YRC on the run-through, right?
Yep.
Slowing things down, able to actually catch Seareed. Seareed going for the YRC of his own.
Yeah, and YRCing Raven's dash, he just gets the iframes. He's able to extend them even further. Like, what do you do about that? It's very, very oppressive on the whole. And you can see Seareed playing really patient around it, but it's not going to pay off as Prince Jobber turns it around and takes round 1.
Jobber's been doing a fantastic job at staying at those longer ranges, outside of Ram's real effective ranges. It's why early on you saw Seareed going for a lot of 6H with Jam, because that's like one of her longest reaching normals, right? Sends her forward and needs to figure out a way to close the gap.
And if you can tag Raven with counter hits, and as Jam, you want to fish for counter hits as much as possible. Like, that is your biggest reward and your biggest in on the matchup so that you can just win as fast as possible. So anytime you are able to recognize that, you're very happy to just push for it, especially if you're not being punished. This is going to be an interesting situation.
Wow.
All of that armor just keeps going through the super.
Can't get hit again.
Yep.
Throwing him out of the landing frame?
Yep.
That's nasty.
That red life just evaporated off of a singular throw and ended up costing Prince Jobber the round. But here he goes, taking it back. We're pushing into the corner right now. Standard Raven pressure, as we're all used to around here. It is still disgusting no matter how many times you see it.
Oh, dash him, gets the counter hit on the 2K. Nice, into the scratch. Dive in for the low.
That empty low. Every time you think you're ready for it, you're still not fast enough.
Yeah, and this is a lot of tension out here on Prince Jobber's side.
Oh, nice frame trap right there from Seareed, but not able to convert fully. All of the meter, none of the problems. Prince Jobber are going to take game 3.
Seareed tried to go for the parry there right at the end, but got caught on the low. Now we're going right back in, taking a little bit of a breather, making sure that the controller is good as we jump into what could be the last game here of our winners finals.
We're definitely changing. Yeah, we want to go to a specific stage. We want to make sure that we're on something that looks good for both of us, something that we can see, nothing weird.
Yeah, shouts to Pavi, another Tampa local player who always picks the white Bedman color and then Bedman stage.
Shoutouts to Pavi.
Scumbag.
Shoutouts to Pavi is all you needed to say. All right, going into it. Yep. Making sure to stagger and stay directly at the edge of that FD. Jam doesn't want to give up any space, and she wants to take back every inch that she can.
But a beautiful backdash immediately into a double swipe to build up some of that excitement gauge. We're not quite smiling yet, but we're getting there.
Air-to-air attempt from Seareed kind of breaks up some of the pressure right there, gives him room to breathe, and now he's on the offense. Oh, we're still going back and forth. It's getting scrambly really quick around here.
Yeah, both of these players, or these characters, really excel in the scramble as well, right? Raven being able to convert so well off of that 5K.
Yeah, and Raven is a character that like feels like he doesn't confirm until you start to really be able to route, and then once you start ending up in random knockdown situations and he still has ball over top of you, it just feels like there's no out. But Seareed, you know, cashing out the meter, cashing out, finds like full bow charge super, is able to kill Prince Jobber right there, and we are going into round number 2 with a huge advantage towards Seareed at the moment. No burst on Prince Jobber's side. We do find a counter hit. This could be a big cash out moment.
Yeah, this is brutal. High tension here for Seareed as well. Nearly at 100. Does get clipped by the overhead. Let's see if Prince Jobber can bring this back. Catches the counter hit. Tried to reset, but got tossed.
Great air throw out of the J2K. Blitz going to find its mark. Oh, punishes the whiff command grab. We're back on top of the Raven player at the moment.
This is still incredibly doable, though, for Prince Jobber has brought this back so far. But look at the tension on Seareed. Any stray hit and you're dead. Blocks the burst. That's going to be a knockdown.
Yep, navigates out of the command grab once again. Dashes through the 6H. Extremely brave with all of that meter on Seareed's side. dead angles out of the pressure. That's such a good option. Finds the parry into throw. Does this cash out?
Yep, as long as you hit this, it's dead. There you go. GGXrd taking it to game number 5.
Is going to find that clean hit right there. Game 5 we go to. The amount of times that it feels like rolling dice watching any level of Jam player hit that super is always very funny, but also very scary if you're a fan of the Jam player. So no matter what the outcome is.
I mean, in the very first game, GGXrd dropped it. Didn't get the clean hit on it. So able to clean that up. And now putting the fight to Prince Jobber here, trying to end this quick.
Nice instant blocks, trying to keep the pressure, stay in on top of Raven. That risk meter is cranked to the 9s right now. That is a favorable trade, if we're being honest, for Prince Jobber, but he's still going to be under the pressure of GGXrd. No burst on the board anymore.
Yeah, but we do have a card on deck, not quite max, but still with this life lead, you don't have to take any major risks if you are GGXrd.
And you see Prince Jobber trying to have, you know, a very patient approach to neutral at the moment. Wants to invite GGXrd to overextend, but we do have a full stick of butter in the tank. Is it going to be enough, though?
Oh, just the run up into super, and it absolutely is. Prince Jobber was just expecting a run-up button. That's why we went. 100 meter, right? Would have been able to immediately RC out of the excitement stance, but now it is set point.
And he might have still been able to do it, but it would have taken probably like a frame-perfect input to just block the first hit, YRC, and then go into super. I don't think you're getting that.
Right now, just trying to create a little bit of space. JD is going to be able to score that knockdown. Command grab has not connected a single time.
No, it's been brutal. GGXrd's been so ready for this circumstance every single time. And we're seeing, oh, just barely misses the conversion right there. Still completely under pressure. And that is going to close it out 3-2 to GGXrd.
Yeah, great play there from GGXrd, even after that hiccup, right? You know, the little controller mishap, whether that was an overheat of the console or an issue with the controller itself. I mean, to be fair, he has had that thing for like 10 years.
Yeah, and we've been around it at least 7. I remember when he did first build it, so it's been around with us for quite a while. I'm going to be honest, I haven't seen that, you know, mess up like that almost ever.
Yeah, no.
So with that, we're actually going to end up going into Green Duck 64 versus Fredo, which is going to be Soul versus Venom, another classic around here. We are, of course, going to see Prince Jobber once more in Losers Finals, so winner of this plays Prince Jobber for that chance at GGXrd once more.
Bro, I'll be honest, I don't even know how Green Duck made it this far, all right? Just absolutely... Bro doesn't even know how to play this game, okay?
He's got the easy side of the bracket. There's always one. There's always one easier side of the bracket, right?
Somehow
you ever played at a regional? They're seated like crap, you know?
He wormed his way into top 4. It's because I wasn't in the bracket. I would have gate kept him easily, all right?
Well, it's like, you look at my matchups, it's like, okay, I played Slayer, I played Jam, I would have had to play Kai, and then I played Slayer again. And I was like, I made top 8, but like, what?
As a Melee player, you will always have to go through multiple Slayers on your route through the bracket. That is just, it's as true as the sky is blue and the sun rises.
I have 2 bad matchups in the entire game. 2.5, I should say. And I come to my own locals, and I have to play exclusively that for 10 years of my life.
At the local. But we do have a Soul Bad Guy and a Venom at our local as well. Both of these two are Tampa players. Green Duck coming in on the Soul Bad Guy and Fredo with the Venom.
Yes.
And this guy, Green Duck, he, if this is your first time watching him, he likes to Dragon Install. So I'm sure we'll see at least one Dragon Install in this set.
He is the guy. And for better or worse, he is the guy. He's him. So you will see the Baja Burst install at some point during this set. I can almost guarantee it. But Fredo, a very consistent Venom player. When Fredo's inputs and his micro is good, he is a very, very scary player. Has all of the fundamentals necessary, and we are seeing him put on a clinic, just keeping Green Duck 64 out. and closing that first round without question.
Yeah, I mean, beautifully done. First half of the round was all zoning. Second half, once you had a massive life lead, Fredo got aggressive with that very strong set play that Venom is known for.
Yep. And that's the hardest part about Venom is, you know, he's not the best close-up, but when he has offense, all of his buttons are so good. They're so threatening. His 6P is basically a DP in this game. It is so fast. It recovers so quickly.
Might as well be. There's the teleport, though. Let's see, are we going to get a DP from Green Duck here? No, instead getting hit just over and over in the corner. That mad struggle is proving to be so proficient.
Oh, good patience from Green Duck. Okay, great 6P conversion. Back under pressure is Fredo, and gonna wake up.
Why not?
With Dark Angel.
Green Duck with a pixel on the health bar there. Wake up burst Dark Angel was just the right play, the absolute correct play.
If you're not getting meaty, Dark Angel is going to save you. So there's no question about that one. And yeah, going back into it immediately. This could be a very quick 2-0 if Green Duck doesn't find his footing, and Daisuke's vision right now.
Yep. Able to get the Riot Stomp as well. Dashing in. Nice. In Dust We Trust.
Oh, doesn't quite find it, but all right. Fredo manages to save himself throughout all of that. Dust loops coming in from Green Duck 64. Still under pressure is Fredo. Oh,
big whiff there,
it's
actually, from Fredo. Could have gotten a huge punish, but now has Green Duck in the corner right where he wants him.
Yep, 2D setup, has plenty of time. Close Riot Stamp to the corner. Yeah, that's going to cross up. Finds it. Nice. Goes under the ball set with 2D. 2D. That's a good button.
It's a good button.
It low profiles just about everything in the game. It's 7 frames. It knocks down. You can confirm into counter hit combos. That's a good button.
Yeah, I want to see more Fafnir. That's right. Fafnir so strong in this game. If you don't IB it, Soul just can stay in your face forever.
Yes, sir. He's going to stay on top of you, and you got to navigate all of that, either choosing to hit it before it hits you or instant block it and then take what advantage you can.
Uh-oh, here it comes, though. Dark Angel, give me your life or your meter. Just goes for the...
Ground Viper,
ground
baby.
Viper to get... I was about to say Night Raid Vortex. I've been playing too much Strive. 5K anti-air, 5 frames into the DP knockdown. Oh, jump too high. That's not what Green Duck wanted.
Okay, I like this patience right here. That anti-air barely whipping. 2H, it's a good button when it's a good button, and it's a bad button everywhere else.
That's right. Now trying to create a little bit of space. Nice for the JH actually getting in. Oh, I like the idea to try and bandit, bring her the Q5. Just a little too far away.
A solid burst to try and take back the momentum from Green Duck. He is playing very patient. We're seeing, you know, he's trying to take the space that he can without taking too much risk. Okay, good catch on the JH, but doesn't find a conversion to knockdown. Ends up back in the corner, chases him all the way down with the Ground Viper.
That was so smart.
It is.
Venom players, if they're running full screen like that, they're charging for the Stinger to just immediately send it right back at you. Catches the jump with the Fafnir. This should be the round.
Yep, there's the burst. A smart burst right there. That was probably going to be the safest point to do so. Yep, chases down that Stinger once more. Okay. Waits until he hits the ground to get the conversion.
That's
he
right.
wants to get the jump back. Otherwise, trying to, you know, cash out all of the damage that you need is going to be very difficult. So good on Green Duck 64 for that awareness.
A more conservative play than I'm used to from Green Duck. Then again, I play Slayer, so we just kind of slug it out.
Yeah, well, in that matchup, you can afford to slug it out. I feel like both for Soul and for Slayer versus Venom, you really do have to pick your spots because of the way the balls occupy the screen.
And the main thing, too, about Venom is that once you knock him down, that's when you can start going. He has no defensive tools, really.
Correct.
So, I mean, he has 6P and he has 2D. Those are pretty good, right? But he has no reversal options.
Right. If you're able to just really structure your offense on Venom to be meaty, you make him take a lot more risks than he typically would, and that is the best way to capitalize on the character.
Oh, no shot you actually picked up off of that.
Yeah, I believe that 100%. That riot stamp with your back to the corner is better than any other position on the screen. And just goes under it.
Yeah, the Viper has been so strong here. The ground Viper just consistently waking up with it to get underneath so much of Fredo's options.
And really, as you know, a scene that comes from Marvel, the best option you can have is simply just don't be there.
That's right. Oh, the Gunflame feint actually didn't go for any kind of RC. Tried to chase Fredo up into the sky.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Yep, we're reacting now.
Overextending, you know, really trying to bank on the idea of ground Viper. It's not something that you can RC very easily. You have to make contact, otherwise you're flying away. I'll see you later.
All right, now Green Duck is sitting at set point. Just needs to find one solid counter hit here to gain the life lead, and the Gunflame YRC gonna drop to confirm. That's tragic.
Not quite a counter hit right there, but definitely a confirm that Green Duck could have gotten. Huge 6H, right? Just occupies so much space on the screen. Fredo takes that round, and we are at final round, final game for our loser semis.
Yeah, burst available for both players as well. That was a nice backdash, but did get caught by the quick 5K.
Okay, nobody anti-airing right there. We're just trying to occupy the space as much as possible. Huge 2H, doesn't find the big conversion that he wanted. That could have been so much damage.
This is going to hurt so much.
Oh, that rider kick was really big.
Yep, dash in. The pressure is on. Green Duck can be as aggressive as he wants. And there's the Fafnir. Green Duck going to take it. Moving on to losers finals.
It really felt like, you know, Fredo was going to run away with it in that beginning of that like first game, and then by the second game you started to see the like it tick over. If we had the advantage meter, it was just Green Duck steadily rising, coming back from the pack.
The neurons in his gorilla brain started to fire.
Monkey see action, you know, neurons activate. So I do want to give a shout out to GoTE for the kids and our, you know, what we are doing here. We are raising money for the kids in the Leukemia Foundation. You can find us at donorbox.org/forthekids. Obviously, we are trying to raise 10 times the amount we did our first year, and we would really appreciate your help with that.
Yeah, absolutely. It all goes to a great cause, supporting children's hospitals and trying to fund cancer research, again, to help the kids. You can scan the QR code there as well if you have your phones out. We're out here having fun, but it's all for a good cause, and there's still plenty of action today as well. I know there's a lot more games, a lot of fighting games coming up. We got Fatal Fury here today also, and I believe tomorrow is all of our like Smash and Rivals of Aether stuff, right?
I think it's actually mixed in. I think it's like nowadays, I don't remember what the exact schedule is, but we used to do everything like split. Like all of the platform fighters were one day, and all of the like traditional 2D fighters / 3D fighters were another. But I think they are all intermingled just based on the size of bracket, so that we can run them easier.
Okay.
Awesome. Yeah. So we're getting news from the stream that we are at $2,100 in donations. So that is going to be half our goal met already. The day has just started, folks. We got another day, but the sooner we get there, the sooner we can celebrate, and any support we get, we're going to appreciate it as we go into our losers finals between Green Duck 64 and Prince Jobber.
Prince Jobber bringing out the Johnny this time. Prince Jobber plays like half the cast, it feels like.
That is true.
At competitive level.
Yes, and we've seen Faust, Milia, Eno, Dizzy, Jam, Johnny, I think
and
that's
Slayer.
it. And Slayer, yeah.
Yeah.
And Venom. That's a new addition, actually. So there you have it, folks. Your worst nightmare. All of the matchups that you could possibly hate in the game, pretty much.
Yeah, and I mean, he's also, Raven is obviously his strongest character in his main, so he's going to kind of force Green Duck to bring the Raven out, right? You have to get through his lesser characters.
Yeah, and even this Johnny is going to be aggressive for Green Duck 64, as you're seeing right now. When you have such fundamentals developed over the years, it's going to be hard no matter what.
Yeah, and that's going to be the first round as well, but this is going to be 3 out of 5 due to it being losers final, so Green Duck does get time to adapt. Okay, we're going to get to level 2 right off the bat.
Okay, I was hoping for a little bit more of a conversion off that counter hit 2D from Green Duck, but he still has so much advantage right now. He is kind of mauling Prince Jobber at the moment, and I want to see that pressure keep up because otherwise Johnny has a chance to run away with it like we might see right now.
Yeah, all of them just that close / anti-air, but love the tech. Oh, backwards JK gonna connect. Green Duck with the proper routing here, not gonna be able to get the kill, but gets a hard knockdown.
Yep, doesn't quite find the first conversion, but American resets into a perfectly good one right there and closes out round number 2.
Round Star tries to go for that 2D once again. Prince Jobber pretty committed to just trying to get a level on that Mistfinder.
Yup, just barely misses the full conversion to get him at least mid-screen and closer to the corner. Plenty of health taken off the side of Prince Jobber from Green Duck. We've seen some really heavy hits thus far, but again, handing the pressure back over to a Johnny player, never what you want to do because now you are locked down completely.
Oh, and now just backdashing, trying to catch Green Duck from escaping from the corner.
Uh-oh, Fafnir. Probably not on purpose based on the direction that it was going, but it still hit, not getting much of a conversion after it. And we see, once again, Prince Jobber on the offense, air throws the tech. That was definitely TK Mistfinder for the kill.
It was. Unfortunately missed it, but still not out of the woods yet for Green Duck. Chasing after this guy's trying to go for that air throw, but gets a JH instead.
He was so ready for whatever Prince Jobber had.
There it is. Yep. Best grappler in the game.
Yeah. When you're forward dash with low crushes.
Bro, I hate this character.
Just hit a mid, you know? Just hit a mid. It's that easy.
Open people up with mids. Oh, speaking of mids, there's the 6K right off the bat. I believe that's what we saw in the very first round, and Green Duck actually 6P'd it to kick off this set.
Yes, it is a very potent button. It is not impossible to navigate, and you'll see that a lot of Johnny's kit, you know, individually, is not impossible to beat. However, when you look at the bigger picture, it steadily becomes harder, and we steadily see Prince Jobber mauling away that life total of Green Duck 64.
Having some fantastic ranges here as well, but there's a nice run-up DP from Green Duck. Not a single dragon install here, bro. What are we doing?
Not quite yet. We haven't really seen much of an opportunity. We can see that Green Duck a little bit focused at the moment, right? You know, he wants to win. He wants to put in his effort. Oh.
He's playing too honest. That's the problem here.
Well,
he's trying to play like a human being when he needs to play like a gorilla.
I mean, you're not wrong. But also, I'm going to give credit where credit is due. I think a lot of Corey's decisions have been solid and good. I do think that he is getting run over a bit at the moment, even though he has had some very favorable interactions thus far. Just barely misses that super jump conversion.
Oh, and then just runs right into the falling button from Prince Jobber.
Yep. Good pressure on the backside with the cross-up JK. Finds a dust loop. Solid. Does he overextend? No. Is able to block, so makes him spend all of that meter to do so.
Yeah, not going to be able to kill there, though, so just goes for the knockdown into another YRC.
Big pressure. This should kill. Prince Jobber smartly deciding to hold the burst right there. Doesn't want to try and hero burst out of it. He's got a whole nother round and a, you know, very good character, we'll say.
Oh, okay. Looked like Prince Jobber was trying to go for a tech chase there in the air, but ended up not even pressing anything. There's the wild throw. Opts not to take the corner there.
That might have been a tournament combo if I've ever seen one. Now, normally, we don't see Green Duck 64 ever go for a tournament combo, but if I were to take a guess, that was, I didn't immediately get the dash. I'm going to just take the easy knockdown and try to go as far as I can. Yep. Lowest or closest Riot Stamp is going to be super effective when you are back against the corner because it's so quick.
Oh, but then there's the tech into the throw from Prince Jobber. Yeah, and that tournament combo makes perfect sense. Like I said, Green Duck playing much more conservatively than I'm used to seeing from him, but does get sniped out of the skies.
This doesn't kill, but it does set up into a very unfavorable situation. Okay, manages to avoid the unblockable that can happen after his YRC when you air block it.
Tried to 2S the 2H. What a play from Prince Jobber. That's my name.
He shoots the J and shoots Corey for one more round. And, you know, we're going to be going to Game 3 of Losers Finals. I think we'll see Green Duck 64 start to take the weights off right about now. You're going to see a little bit more of the heat engaged right now as he tries to go in and tries to, you know, put some pressure on himself.
He's got to open up the gates. Get that chi flowing.
Yep.
Oh, dash up 5K is going to counter hit. This time it is the wild throw.
Oh, just barely misses that conversion. Very surprising from Green Duck 64. I feel like that's something I never see him drop.
Could be tournament nerves here in top 3, Losers Finals.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, it doesn't get a conversion. Gets air thrown, has to spend the YRC to do so.
Uh-oh, that was another mess up
That was
TK.
another TK.
That's all right. Still able to close out the round. Set point now 2-0 for Prince Jobber.
Wow, that's a fantastic option. I had no idea that was going to clear coin right there, so good on Green Duck 64 for recognizing that.
Bro, the anti-air coin here from Prince Jobber has just been so strong, actually.
Such a versatile tool, so incredible in neutral, and also just lets you get into pressure so easily.
Just wake up back dash there, gonna get caught. It was a nice delay into the treasure hunt.
Okay, doesn't get the full extension to pop them up into the air. Narrowly avoids the break explosion. Great air throw right there, keeping pressure at the moment. We got 50 meter on deck. What does he decide to do? Burst coming out from Prince Jobber. We're gonna go all the way to the back of the screen. Yep, that level 3 misfiner still on deck. Very scary.
Oh no!
Okay, not gonna be able to convert. Still not gonna be able to convert.
There it is! Letting it out. Gonna be able to get the confirm here, and with an RC is gonna be able to get the kill.
Oh no!
You gotta be kidding me! You gotta be kidding me! 2K lands with it. Green Duck staying alive and keeping burst.
All right, we got one. It did work. 100% success rate. Very surprising and also not surprising from Green Duck 64.
Look, one thing I have to say about Green Duck, in a world where Dragon Install is like a dead move in tournament, people just don't use it because it's like a waste of tension, he uses it very effectively. I mean, he made it into top 8 of CEO last year using Dragon Install the whole way.
I mean, no one can argue with his results. I'll say it that way specifically. Like,
I shouldn't be talking good about him. What kind of DP was that?
Yeah, continue to talk bad about him so that he overperforms, if you will.
That's right. Okay, yeah, plus frames there off the Fafnir, immediately swinging with that bar slash, just harassing Prince Jobber.
Oh, yep. Finds the unblockable setup by juggling Prince Jobber in the block stun.
In one frame, he was on the ground.
Nice defense from Prince Jobber, navigating out of the wild throw attempt. Yep.
YRC is going to get punished. One last touch here for Green Duck. Misfiner's gone. You got to put the pressure on now. And there it is.
Yep.
Far slash, a point on the board.
Now, it wouldn't surprise me if Prince Jobber just switched, but I don't think he will with the lead as it is currently.
Yeah, no, I think the only reason we would see a switch is if it goes to final game. Oh my god, that 6H blowing up the Riot Stomp attempt.
And that is the difference between Riot Stomp at mid-screen versus Riot Stomp in the corner. You got a longer way to hit that wall to bounce off of it, and you're very vulnerable depending on the character you're fighting against.
Oh, empty flip immediately into the throw. Nice tech out though, immediately into the run under.
Knockdown, chases down the backdash with the wild throw, is going to get the conversion in the corner. In Dust We Trust, like you said.
That was a massive damage combo. Dragon Install right in your face. Give me your meter. Prince Jobber opts to just take the life instead. Burst is going to whip. He's just throwing it out. Ah, the DP.
And insanity, if you will, from Green Duck 64. Spends not only the Dragon Install, but also the burst while in Dragon Install. Loses the round.
That's more like it. And now in a position where it's tournament point again for
great
Prince
block
Jobber.
on the level 3 overhead misfire.
Yeah, but still not out of the woods yet. Level 3 back up once again there for Jobber.
This can't kill. If he routes it correctly.
Oh, is it IK?
Yes.
I mean, what were we expecting? He's got free on his belt.
Well, the moment I saw like the setup, I was like, this doesn't kill, looks at meter. This is an IK setup. He loses right here.
And that's it. That is it. Yeah, get off the setup, Green Duck. You lost, bro. What you still sitting there for?
All right, so we are going into our grand finals right away. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Thank you for supporting GoTE for the Kids, our regional tournament. Like I said earlier, this is our 10-year anniversary of this event. We are currently supporting the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, helping to raise money for kids with cancer and cancer research in general. So if you have the means, write donorbox.org/forthekids. We're halfway to our goal right now. Any amount helps, and we're greatly appreciative for all of it.
Yeah, but let's not stop at the goal. We want to shoot past that goal and get as much money as possible for the kids, for cancer research, for the hospitals. So go ahead and donate. Scan the QR code, go to DonorBox. Let's get the money up, and let's get this grand finals.
Yeah, and C-Reed in winner's side grand finals has just been waiting, chilling. Meanwhile, Prince Jobber is warm, albeit on a different character. Is still ready for the action, is ready to get revenge.
Oh, but there's no wake-up DP from C-Reed. Oh, this time has to RC on the DP.
Yeah, that YRC after you whiff into another special move is going to keep you safe and give you a chance to come down and pursue more offense. But C-Reed on the back foot right now, manages to escape, but on a sliver of life under this Raven pressure. Great defense, gets the throw right there.
Oh, yeah, but unfortunately was unable to keep that pressure up, left too big of a gap, and Prince Jobber was ready with the 2P.
Yes, and like I said, Raven's buttons, they're hit or miss, Sometimes they are what feels like the best buttons in the game, and sometimes it's like, okay, what are we doing here? When you are under the pressure of this character, it feels like there is nowhere for you to go, and if you try to approach, you're just throwing yourself into death.
Prince Jobber getting clipped. C-Reed with a lot of tension. Yeah, it just goes right into the super. Clean hit.
Yep. Does he go for the cross-up? No. Decides to just wait. Is just baiting out an option from Prince Jobber and takes the round. Both players on full burst at the moment.
Yeah, I think we were baiting out wake up stance, right?
Yes. Either wake up stance or wake up super. Likely stance to absorb a singular hit so that he could super.
Yeah, and that way in the stance he would be able to see the cross up too, right?
Correct.
And know exactly which way to cancel. Oh, but overhead's gonna connect. Into the knockdown with the scratch.
Goes for the command grab, thinking C-Reed wanted to jump out. He's seen C-Reed jump out, but instead, just stands there, is very patient. Block on the 5D, very impressive, but still under pressure. Oh, navigates around the burst. That 2D is going to be burst safe always, almost.
Oh, you're dead. Oh, yeah, it just goes immediately into burst super. Look at the excitement gauge.
That's way too high. We're going to get every single hit possible. That's going to close it out. So Prince Jobber showing up with a force. Doesn't want to let C-Reed go early. You're going to have to work for all of it.
He's telling him, you're trash, bro. You shouldn't have gotten hit by that.
They're talking to each other mid-match about matchups and everything. We've been doing this for too long, folks. It's been literally a decade of us all playing Xrd at this point.
Yeah, but C-Reed's locked in, though. He's not trying to talk. He's trying to play.
He's trying to win. He's got places to be. Trying to go to the beach.
That man's got a whole family
Yeah.
to go home to.
Yeah, family time. He's a dad.
The dad power-up's too strong.
It is.
Here we go, round start scenario once again. Just round start.
That was
Scratch?
the deepest scratch I think I've ever seen in my life, and it wasn't intended to be from that spacing. GGXrd full committed, held the W key, and just ran directly into it, and we might see a perfect. Oh, great footsies. Has to spend 50 for it. Yep, checks him. You don't get to leave the corner yet.
My God, a perfect there for Jobber going into the second game. Off of round start scratch. I'm still stuck on that. That's crazy.
It's not entirely surprising because I imagine like Jam wants to try and navigate around things, is a little bit slow, right? Maybe you can just poke her out from outside or stubby buttons. But GGXrd ran full force in to try and catch something and ended up just eating the biggest counter hit possible.
Oh, but this time landing with the low. There's the burst coming out from GGXrd. Gonna get a nice anti-air, another anti-air. Damage is starting to stack up on both sides.
Big 5H from Prince Jobber right there. Gonna force GGXrd into the corner, but he does, like, we're seeing these command grabs whiff and whiff and whiff right now. I get what he's trying, but it seems like GGXrd is just so on it.
Right now, Prince Jobber sitting on a lot of tension.
Yep, doesn't care about the risk, knows his guts are high, knows he has the meter for advantage, isn't willing to waste it right there. Just good patient play from Prince Jobber.
Ooh, but that whiff scratch in the air, almost proving to be his doom. Instead, he's gonna move on. It's a big boom into 2-0.
All right, let's talk about that, actually. So, GGXrd went for the slide. Kevin dashed through it, so avoids the slide. GGXrd Kara cancels the slide into Dragon Kick. Dragon Kick gets beaten by 5H. Absolute insane interactions that you would probably like blink and miss it, but we've seen it so many times we're aware of exactly what's going on around here.
Bro, I see so many things in this game every time I play that I've never seen in my life.
This game is a roguelite.
This
game is a roguelite. Every game is different no matter how many times you play it.
So many interactions. Just it's just a limitless amount of interactions with these systems. There's the wake up DP from GGXrd. Oh, the 2P. Stuffing the dash up there from Prince Jobber. Nice, blocking the overhead. Trying to catch that 5K, the 5K anti-air there from Raven, but no one going to be home. GGXrd getting around.
And you saw him take back that space from outside of the range of most of Raven's buttons, using 6H, just converting into a basic combo, and then finishing off the round. And that's like just good, solid play that we are used to seeing, and what is demanded in this matchup. Yes, you'll see these two players maul each other, but it's those small decisions that really make the difference between these two.
Am I crazy? It's 2-0 right now, isn't it?
No, it's 1-1.
Oh, it's 1-1?
I'm pretty sure it's 1-1.
Okay, okay. Uh-oh, but there's the 6H. Gets the slowdown there with the needle. And this is gonna hurt. Just goes into the super. Clean hit. Not enough to get the kill.
Bow, cross up. Yep, finds the cross up. Okay, it is 2-0, Prince Jobber.
Oh, okay, okay.
It is going to end up being 2-1 anyway, so we're not going to miss out on much. But we saw the attempt at the cross-up from GGXrd right there. It does end up hitting. The defensive option from Prince Jobber was actually air throw. Ends up being a little late getting crossed up anyways, losing.
Ooh, and blowing up the dash there with the 6H as well, but instead you're just shortcutting yourself into the corner.
Knockdown scenario, no ball necessary. Parry gonna break out. Burst spent by Prince Jobber. Really wants to keep this momentum right now.
Just trying to fish now with these light normals, looking for any stray hit. There we go, gets a stray hit with the pin into RC.
Ends up with punishing the puff ball right there, and that could be the difference maker and all that is needed for Prince Jobber right now.
The knockdown, set up the orb, ponder the orb, but does get caught by a throw. Nice RC into a charge on the card.
Nice instant block on the JH into the throw. Not always super consistent, but the best punish that you could possibly get. Finds the OTG into the super. Raven, underrated character. This character is good.
Character? I don't know, I feel like he's perfectly rated. This character is a nightmare.
Obnoxious. But you're seeing, you know, masterclass level play from Prince Jobber right now. Nice poke, max range right there. Gonna keep the pressure on. Finally finds a command grab after that counter hit 2K.
Oh,
Goes low, single hit high into low. Very dangerous just because of the stagger. That throw, not going to be a lot of damage, but this reset, that's a different story.
Finally, a command grab connecting for the first time between these two in this bracket, and it's to reset grand finals.
Yeah, so we did see one hit just naturally in pressure. But that is the first time that he's been able to tech trap with one. And that's the important thing right there, because Raven can very easily reset pressure if you accidentally tech into his command grabs. That is a quick way to guarantee you lose a round, is if you leave yourself open to that.
It's such a strong option, too, and something that Jobber goes for all the time.
Because of the length that he is away from you, unlike other command grabs where the character is right underneath you when you jump, Raven is what feels like a half screen away, so you can't air dash back in. You got to be ready and be able to hit the limb and then convert off of that.
Oh, but now stuck in the corner. Oh, cutting it short to go for the swipe. Nice. The RC tries to go for the gold burst, but nobody home. What a crazy interaction.
So that was a crazy interaction specifically because with the armor and the actual hit stop of the 2D, it pushed him further out, so he could not burst.
I know, that's so wild. Okay, but now gets the clash.
Yep. Standard Guilty Gear.
Oh, we are brawling it out in the Jungle Cruise here. Gets the throw. This is going to be a really good situation for GGXrd. Securing the knockdown, getting a card. Actually doesn't run the pressure because Prince Jobber is sitting on so much meter.
Doesn't quite get the hit that he's looking for right there. Ends up waiting, setting up Oki with the ball super, and then just punishing Prince Jobber from there.
Yeah, we've played on this stage for so many years, and I didn't even really notice until now, actually looking in the background, that those are just a ton of gears.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Dash up with the 5K. This is where Jam is so annoying, when she's just harassing you in the corner.
Stagger pressure, the ability to keep going back in, both in the air and on the ground. The ability to frame trap you with huge specials that do so much damage. What are you going to do? How are you going to respond?
The just block 2 on the scratch. Nice pick up there for GGXrd. Just immediately going for the 2H into Puffball Super.
Yeah, decides to instant block there, and that could have been the downfall of Prince Jobber there, because when you instant block, your risk cranks higher, faster. So if he went to FD, he would have lost his meter. He wouldn't have gotten chipped out, but he may have forced a jam away from him a bit more so that he can convert off of something.
Oh, nice FD there, actually pushing out. Didn't get the punish that he wanted, but was able to at least check GGXrd with the 2P. Now just super jumping to find a way out.
Yep, super jump, super effective like game plan to navigate out of the corner, especially when people can air throw. It allows you to go higher, change their arc, change their defensive options.
Oh, the 5K anti-air, we've seen that a lot. Just dash a 5K to catch people attempting to jump out is huge, but this is a huge wake-up super here from GGXrd.
We saw him going for the command grab right there. GGXrd showing he's not afraid. I can also wake up super, punish you for, you know, being overly aggressive. Finds the wake up super from Prince Jobber. Patience on the board, even though on offense. Oh, okay. Yeah. Uses all of the time from the YRC, takes a second to look at the situation, assess it, and just throws to punish the fully charged blitz.
And Prince Jobber could have tried to counter that by just letting the blitz go a little bit early to try and throw GGXrd off. Yes. But, you know, doing that in the fly, recognizing that your opponent's going to walk up throw is very difficult.
And it's hard. Once the screen is frozen, it's just, you kind of throw it up in the air. Oh, uses the dash through to check that button from further range, but these guys are absolutely slugging it out right now.
Dash and harass with the low, gets clipped by the super. This is going to do a lot of damage sitting at that excitement range.
And that armor hits that, Siri gave him really chunked up the damage that happened after the fact. So that round going to Prince Jobber, and kind of all at the fault of Siri at the moment.
It's also one of the highest Guts Crush supers in the game, just for the sheer amount of single hits that it has.
Yeah, I believe at maximum charge, it's something like 54 hits. So it's 54 damage, all individual, and once it starts to count ones, it can't lower any further.
That's right. So now just trying to play that spacing game, able to catch C-Reed's ankles with the dash up 2K, and the ankles once again with the dive in.
Get low. I think he was attempting to bait a dead angle, but C-Reed just waited, pressed the button, and found an anti-air.
Oh, but
6-8 gets punished.
And there you go. Just another swipe. Prince Jobber tying it up 1-1 here in this reset. And I do think playing up against Green Duck, being warmed up like that, was has given Prince Jobber a bit of an edge, right?
Yeah.
He's definitely, you mentioned earlier, a momentum-based player, and riding the momentum of beating Green Duck into the momentum of the reset now, he's incredibly dangerous.
I think that is a hallmark of our region as a whole. Pretty much every single player in our group is just a momentum player.
Let's see if he can maintain the momentum, though.
Yep, catches the burst. Raven, an extremely difficult character to burst. Just about all of his basic pressure, all of his traditional conversions, going to be burst safe.
And now just creating that space. Oh, and the dash in! That's the Raven classic, right? Give up space, immediately dash back in because you do get that invincible teleport.
And it's like, you want to take the space from Raven. You are incentivized to do so because he has longer, slower options. But when you stick out a button because you want to go first and he dashes through your button, you just lose.
Yep, it's rough. It's rough. Navigating neutral against this character is, you have to be paying a lot of attention to your opponent's habits.
Yep.
Dashing in and stopping on top of the orb. That was also a very smart move there from Prince Jobber in case Siri tried to press.
Go ahead, stick out a button, hit yourself on the projectile. Multiple highs. Stagger pressure, stays in. RC conversion, knocked down. Good dead angle to get out of the situation. We're seeing stagger pressure from Jam. Pokes out. Great awareness from Prince Jobber using the FD to create additional spacing.
To chase down, love that jump into FD as well.
Again, that forward dash invul frames late button. You swung first, therefore I swing last, therefore you lose.
And the YRC wars there right at the end. Prince Jobber coming out on top. Now 2-1 in the reset. One game away from winning the whole thing. It's gonna make me a proud father if you can pull this off.
Would be his second year in a row. He is the reigning champ currently.
Oh, I like the dash, trying to go for the low on the other side. Siri had a little bit of a delayed tech. There's the the blitz, excuse me, into the low.
Okay, that was an actually very good burst from Siri, trying to navigate this neutral. Air techs, right? Techs in this game don't actually happen. It's two people trying to throw each other. Opts to back up. Jump cancels backwards, looking for a whiff button, right? So that he can punish it with the air dash after.
And there's the throw. Another character in this game that does get a combo off of a throw right into the super. Clean hit? No! Misses the clean hit. It would have killed.
Finds the dash YRC into throw, though. Closes out that round. And most of the way back to burst. We're about 60% there, so with this, Raven does a decent amount of damage. Jam has enough health. We should still be able to see it at the end of this round.
Yeah, that's a great thing to mention, too. You mentioned earlier about Raven not having, like, the highest damage. He's got okay damage. The more you hit your opponent, the more they get their burst back.
Right. And that is kind of the nature of set play characters, right? Is just they don't all do extremely high damage, so when they are mixing you, the chance of you getting your burst back is higher.
Oh, a little bit of a scramble there. Seareed was just trying to be patient.
Big 6H, but not close enough to a wall to get the bounce. Ends up just taking the knockdown right there. Yep, finds the overhead. Counter hit right there. Not going to lead to much of conversion. Still keeping pressure, steadily chipping away.
Oh, and there's the hit. With that damage on the wrist gauge, too, is going to be enough to close out the round. Final game, final round here in Grand Finals reset.
And we wouldn't have it any other way around these parts. This is standard affairs, folks. You're in for a treat always. Thank you for showing up. Make sure that if you have the means, donorbox.org/4thekids. And we're seeing Seareed put on a show, making sure that you get your money's worth out of this event.
Oh, man, closing the gap there after the FD with the 6H. Huge, going for it again.
Oh, that was a fantastic 6P, but because of the angle of approach, doesn't get the full conversion.
Crazy trade, going to put Prince Jobber right back into the corner. And now Seareed in firm control. 2H, reel you in. You're stuck in the vortex. How are you going to get out? That's a trick question.
You don't.
Not getting out of it alive, at least.
Yep.
And there we go. Seareed at tournament point.
Jam, one of the best characters in the game at cranking your risk meter so that even when you do take the throw, which shouldn't do a lot of damage, she converts into combos afterwards and punishes you completely.
Was that an anti-air 5P? I blinked.
Anime, baby, you already know. Oh, okay. Roughly even health totals, both players sitting on burst. We're just navigating neutral, 6P versus Scratch.
Nice just defend. And the dash forward, able to actually blow up the 6H. Huge hit now for Prince Jobber, sitting on a ton of meter. Bro, the range on that 5D, I forget sometimes, but Seareed able to escape right into super. Clean hit.
Yep. Which way are we going? Just decides to wait, looks for a reversal option out of Prince Jobber. That may have been a mistake because he's going to give back the advantage. All of the pressure going to Prince Jobber. Staying on top, no resources left.
Uh-oh, but now we're in a little bit of a scramble here, and there you go, 2K. It all comes down to this one last round.
What's our round start? Oh, both players playing pretty conservative, just trying to feel out the other, doesn't want to overextend. Ends up getting a throw after the late button. Not a knockdown situation, but finds the counter hit on that 5H right there.
And Seareed not only with a life lead here, but about to get burst back. Okay, but gets the slowdown.
Yep, punishes the puffball with Needle YRC. Pressure going to Prince Jobber. Underneath Raven, what do you do?
Oh, look at this. Prince Jobber just trying to create that space, trying to get that burst out of Seareed anyway.
Ooh, command grab set up into Oki. Regular throw. This is going to be a good knockdown. Those scratches that come from regular throw are one of the best things that, you know, Prince Jobber can get because the damage output that's going to happen after could win him the game.
Oh, but the tech out. Now trying to chase with the 5K. Predicted that Seareed was going to jump backwards. Oh, the
nice
5D gets blocked. Yeah, always follows up the 5D with the 5P to stop Seareed from pushing back on in. There's the throw, and with the meter here.
I don't think he can kill.
No.
Not quite. One interaction.
But the
finds the throw, gets the card, charges. This can end in knockdown, but is going to get burst before that can happen.
YRC, gold burst from Seareed, but gets clipped by the 2D. Prince Jobber does it.
Wow. That was a clencher, you know? And we saw both players really play their heart out right there. I was impressed to see how conservative that last round ended up being. It was a game of chicken to get the other person to bite first a lot of time. And it went the distance. Like we saw that ended on I think the 13th second left. So.
Well, I'll say I'm not surprised.
No.
That's my own flesh and blood and my progeny, all right? Taught him everything he knows. Raised him well, obviously, to be a champion. That's the jobber blood running through his veins, Ryan.
Yeah. Family, as we say around these parts. But that is going to be it. Thank you all so much for watching Xrd. I love this game more than just about anything. Thank you for joining me and King Jobber for commentary. We're happy to do this, and thank you for watching GoTE.
Yes, and make sure to check out Rye on all different social media platforms. She is like the lifeblood of Guilty Gear in the Tampa area, all right? We owe a lot of what we have here to her efforts and to Baja Blast. But until next time, make sure not to go anywhere. There's going to be more fighting games. But remember, GoTE, Rev 2, forever.